Hello and welcome, my oversized Ranborg leaves. This episode shows us something that we have never seen before, and that's quite interesting. What is that? Well, stay tuned, because I'm getting to that when the time is right. Watch until that point. And further, watch the whole video. Yeah, that's a good idea. Do that. Episode 15. A Mega Ranborg explosion? Protect Skyland. So, the episode starts with Sora and Shalalalala taking on a side quest. Huh. Interesting. Actually, this season would make a good game. Why did we never get, like, battle games out of PreCure? We get some weird cooking and rhythm games, but, like, make it an RPG. That would totally work. This also leads to a bit of bonding between Sora and Shalala. I guess nothing bad will happen here. Totally not, surely. And they think back about their first meeting where Sora gave Shalala this good luck charm, which she later says is just a splinter of a sky stone. But like, if you find a piece of stone that's this perfectly heart-shaped, that is special. And this is how you can tell that Tsubasa cannot be a main character. Because sadly, both of his parents are still intact. And while this whole situation is kinda funny, with them, well, doing their shenanigans, being married to Mashiro doesn't really make that much sense if you think about it. Yeah, it's funny, but like, he introduced her as he was living together with her. Which is like, okay, usually saying that kinda means you're a thing, but you have to take into account he was put into another world, out of nowhere, without any plans, and someone took him into their care. That doesn't mean marriage necessarily. But I guess his father's a bit dumb. As is his mother. Well, good thing Tsubasa isn't. So, Mashiro, with a backpack full of sky stones, is about to return to her world. As was expected, because that was always the plan. She has to go to school after all, and school is more important than saving the world. Wait a minute. But yeah, as she says, she can tell Skyland is fine without her here. Well, how high do you want to raise that flag? Because immediately there's a Ranborg attack. And it's a giant one. Bigger than all we have ever seen. Kinda. I'm not sure. We would need to do size comparisons, but it's hard with animation like this. And it's just a big ball. Okay, the design is a bit kinda boring-ish. I do like it though, because with the purple stuff on it and such, it rounds it up really nicely. But well, it's also just a ball in the end. And then we get this tidbit of information that I mentioned earlier in the introduction. Because the Azure Guard has slain some Ranborgs. However, they are not cures. And in the name PreCure, the cure part is kinda the key here. Because they don't defeat the enemies, they heal them. Or cure them. And thus, even while the Azure Guards are able to defeat the Ranborg, they cannot really, let's say, kill them. Curing is not really killing, but you get the gist. And thus, their energy still resides, like, in the atmosphere. And he took that energy to make this big Ranborg. So, yeah, we got an answer to a question that maybe some people asked. What would happen if someone else defeats a monster in the PreCure franchise? And the answer is they can't really, only kinda-ish. It's kinda gone, but it could return or something. The energy is still there after all. Huh. So, this Ranborg isn't even that good of a fighter. But it will just explode in 1 hour. taking the whole kingdom with it. Oh. Yeah, Mashiro. Surely Skyland is safe without you. Yeah, very safe. See? Tsubasa already lost. Huh. Maybe this kingdom needs you more than you think. You'd think? And this whole scene, while it's kinda cool, I have to disagree with it a bit, because we had a whole episode that was around them not being able to reach an enemy high in the sky. The UFO, if you remember. And their updraft shining was a thing back there. They needed specifically Tsubasa to transform for that episode. But now they can just use it at the enemy that's high above in the sky? Yeah, that's a bit of a plot hole there, isn't it? Well, the updraft shining isn't even enough to purify it. Wow. Now, maybe we get a threesome attack with Tsubasa included? Though Tsubasa's kinda out of commission, and honestly, I would prefer it if Tsubasa and that other cure have their own dual attack, and then they have a combined version of that with all four of them. That would be much cooler. So, maybe that will still happen. We'll have to see. But this is definitely not working. Well, then the Ranborg does grow arms, 6 of them, and breaks that CD they use in that attack? That is a physical thing that can break? Huh, interesting. But, well, Shalala just cannot watch anymore and wants to help. Which is like, okay, fair, I can see where you get from, but, like, you helping defeat the Ranborgs, you and the whole Azor guards, kinda led to this situation, because you cannot defeat them, really. So, is that really the right thing to do? I love this eagle she's riding on, though. After her attack, though, she just falls down and gets swallowed by the darkness. Now, while she could have been evil all along, that doesn't seem so likely anymore. Could still be, but I doubt it a bit. However, she is consumed by darkness here while falling to her death. And there's no body found of her. She just disappears. I guess we will see her again. And not in a way that Sora will like. Meanwhile, Batamon just gets to the throne room and puts Tsubasa and the parents out of commission. Free to take Ellie. Well, we have a lot of people who could interfere here, so... You're telling your daughter that she should run. She can barely walk. She just learned that, like, a couple of days ago. How could she run? Well, she should get her flying thing. That might help, though. But as she is trying to crawl away, she sees how Sora is all beaten up and everything, and calls out her name. Literally. So, that's kinda her first word. Yeah, she kinda said PreCure, something like that. But this is a clear word that you can actually make out no matter who you are. So that's good. Because it gives Sora some strength back, so that she can rescue her from Patamon. What was his name again? Yeah, it was Patamon, not Patamon. Is he a Digimon? So, seeing Sora back on her 2 feet, he gets afraid and leaves. She is still pretty much weakened, even though she got a bit of an energy surge from Ellie calling her out, so... Yeah. You're not that intimidating of a villain, are you? You're quick to flee. Like, I bet he could win against Sora at this point. He just doesn't realize. Which I guess is a good thing. And, well, there's a curse on the parents, so they cannot move, and that basically leads to everyone deciding to go back to Sorashido City, because staying in this kingdom, splitting up the cures, that's not working out. And you cannot leave Ellie with her parents after all, so just back to the beginning, I guess. Which was foreseeable. I was thinking about more along the lines of petrification of the whole kingdom, but oh well, this works too. This episode wasn't bad. It was pretty good. Well, it's PreCure, so it's pretty good, I guess. Wasn't one of the highest ones, but I enjoyed it a lot, and without that little plot hole, well, we can kinda ignore that, but it's still weird. It's about time we get our 4th cure, right? She isn't an extra cure, is she? Because she's in the opening from the get-go, so it's getting late. Now tell me what you thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you think about Shalala? Will she become a villain? Was she always a villain? Tell me. And don't forget to learn your first word, which should be clicking the like and subscribe button, as well as that little bell to keep updated whenever I upload a new video for you. And also check out the links down in the description below leading to my Twitter, Instagram and Discord, where I post stuff, keep you updated, all the good things, as well as to my merch store and my Twitch, where I live stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. I hope to see you over there as well, and until next time, bye-bye!